With the electronic system, we could actually have various levels of pricing. For example, it could start at 50 cents, and then half an hour later it goes to $1 and 150, and going up to the peak at about $3. So that actually helps to even out the traffic and reduce the sharp traffic rush into the city before the pricing hours. The important thing is that the alternatives must be there. For example, affordable, efficient public transport system, and the option must also be there for people to pay very easily. It's more the convenience factor. It should not be too inconvenient, but at the same time, you should not make it so convenient that people will just treat it like turning on a tap, without really a concern about the intent of the scheme itself.
Oh yes, of course, it's a good idea. Yeah, but at least you can control the city car, you see.
So simply because you have to pay, you feel the pinch of paying, you become more responsible in your driving habits as well.
You're talking about buying a car in Singapore is cost a bomb. I mean, it's about 50,000 or 100,000 to buy a car in Singapore. It's really a big sum of money. But looking at the ERP charges, like the most $3, $2, $1, if you can buy a car for like that much, what is $1 or $3 a day?
I do not think any other country in the world charges that kind of money to buy a car. Maybe with the CV, we are at least 2.5 times what it costs against the general average for car ownership anywhere. However, we are quite prosperous. I think we have savings. GNP per capita is not low, and there's motor financing available. So that augurs quite well that we are like a replacement market more.
It is quite expensive to get a car in Singapore, but I think the people here, they can still afford it. You can see a lot of cars on the road, and it's increasing, really. The roads are really getting very congested nowadays, yeah.
Of course, I wish it can be cheaper, but I think if the price of cars is too affordable, I think because Singapore is such a small place, we will have an issue with the traffic. I don't want it to be a Bangkok or Jakarta in terms of the jams in the mornings.
From a consumer point of view, of course, all of us would like to think that the less we have to pay, the lower the cost or prices we have to pay, the better it is. But if you look at it from a wider perspective, really, after having paid so much money for the car, I would like to be able to drive it. And when I drive it, I want to have a fairly good gauge of the amount of time I need to spend traveling between meetings, between distances. If I can't gauge that, however high or low the cost of the car is non-consequential, really.